Okay, so my name is Oceano Lacio, and this is today's biology video. So first we have the Mendelian inheritance, which is pretty much the passing down of traits from both parents onto their child, and we can see this by using the Punnett square. So this is the Punnett square right here, and this is pretty much how it works. So let's say the capital B is black, and lowercase b will be blue, right? So capital B is the dominant. So as long as you have capital B in one of the squares, it means that your child will come out with black eyes or brown eyes, whatever, right? Lowercase b means that you still have the trait for blue eyes, but it's not dominant in your family. So the only way that the child will come out with blue eyes is that both the lowercase b of the father and the lowercase b of the mother get passed down to the child, if that makes sense. So let's say I have a kid with someone, and like I say, I have brown eyes, she has brown eyes, so the dominant trait here is going to be brown eyes, but we both have the recessive trait of blue eyes. If her recessive trait of blue eyes comes down and my dominant trait of black eyes goes down into the child's gonna have black eyes. And if my recessive trait of blue eyes and her dominant trait of black eyes goes down, the child will still come up with black eyes. But if we take both her recessive trait of blue eyes and my recessive trait of blue eyes, and we put them together, the child will come out with blue eyes. That's pretty much what it means. Then we have the hybrid cross, which is pretty much a mating of two organisms that are heterozygous, and it's gonna be like two traits of said organisms. So to put it this way, let's say that this is a little hard to explain, but let's say that now the dominant trait of both the woman and the male is both brown and curly hair, right? But in our genes, we also have the recessive trait of blue eyes with, let's look at it this way, brown eyes with brown hair, but the recessive trait is going to be blue eyes with blonde hair, right? So we can pretty much see this right here explained on this Punnett square, but it's a little bit hard to understand, right? But you can clearly see, like, okay, let's say that capitals is the dominant so capital will be brown and brown hair, brown eyes, and lowercase is gonna be blue eyes, and then lowercase s is gonna be blonde hair, right? So as we can see this on right here, since both of our traits of blonde and blue come together, that means that the kid is gonna have blue eyes and blonde eyes. Yeah, blue eyes and blonde hair. I'm getting confused, I'm sorry. But now let's say we can see this right here, right? So it's one of blonde hair and one of blue eyes paired with the brown hair and the brown eyes. Since the brown hair is dominant and the brown eyes is dominant, the kid is gonna come out with brown eyes. Now this Punnett square is a little bit bigger, right? And of course they get bigger with the more genes that we have, and we have a bunch of genes, so of course, like, it's gonna be huge. But when we only compare two possibilities or two genes, this will be the size of it, and this is pretty much how it's explained, right? So for example, all capitals is for sure gonna be brown and brown eyes and brown hair. One capital is still brown eyes and brown hair, no matter if it's just one capital of eyes and one capital of hair, right? We also have some where it's, look, for example, right here, we can see that is two capitals. You can see right here that is two capitals of blue eyes. Oh my god, let me rephrase that. We can see right here that it's lower cases, right? So we can see right here that is the lowercase y, let's say that represents the eyes. So this kid's gonna come up with blue eyes, but we have one brown hair dominant, which is a capital S, right? So it means that the kid is gonna come up with brown hair. So this will be brown hair, blue eyes. We can see it also with the S's. Let me see right here. So capital Y, dominant for brown eyes. So the kid's gonna come up for brown eyes. So lowercase s, the kid's gonna come up with brown hair. That's pretty much how it is. I hope I did a good job explaining, but it's pretty much the same thing as the Punnett square, just a little bit bigger and a little bit more confusing. If you don't really understand the Punnett square, it's gonna be more confusing. But as long as you get the basics down, it's pretty easy. You just gotta remember that as long as there's a dominant trait in that one space, in that one square, right, in one of the four squares, the dominant is always gonna win. You need to have two recessives for the recessives to take over or to show onto the next generation, if that makes sense. Thank you.